In this tutorial, I'd like to show you LightPack 3 from SUGArfx. LightPack 3 will allow you to add flare, flash, and shine special effects to your footage. I'm in Final Cut Pro 10, but this effect works in Motion and After Effects as well. You can find all of these effects in the effects browser under SUGArfx LightPack. If you scroll through, you can see that SUGArfx has created all sorts of different lens flares and moon flares for you to use with your footage. Let's take a look at some of the lens flare presets. Some of these effects are noted as quick flares. These are similar to the lens flares, but they contain an optional automatic animation, less parameters, and render more quickly. I'd like to simulate a simple sun flare on my clip, so let's use this Quick Flare 10. When I drop it on my clip, the flare will become active, and you'll see two handles appear that signify the from and to positions of the animation. If I turn on Show Guides in the parameters, you can see the progress of the animation at any point in your clip. Since the camera moves in this clip, I think using the built-in animation of a quick flare will give the most realistic effect. I'll go ahead and position the points. I'll need to zoom out my view to move the out point off screen if I'm going to make this a realistic sun flare. I'd like my light source to stay in the same relative position in the sky as the camera moves. If I check the composite mode box, it will place the flare on black so I can see it better for tweaking the parameters. I can adjust the color by clicking the color well. Use the color well in conjunction with the mixing point slider, which controls the amount of the mix between the color you've chosen and the original flare image that is being used in this specific flare. I'll leave my automatic animation on, but I'll change the behavior to ease out to better match the camera move in this clip. The dissolve setting is handy. I'd like to keep it set to in and out, which creates a fade in and a fade out at the in and out points of this animation. But you can customize it to only dissolve in or only dissolve out. You can control the length of the dissolve with the next slider. Next, there is a glow button checked that I'll leave on as it adds some more realism to the flare. We can change the image used for the glow. I'll go to Glow 2, but back down the size slightly. Plus, I'll warm up the color a little bit. Next, we can change the flare image used. I'll go with Flare 4, which has some nice hexagonal flares. We have very extensive control over the appearance of the flares: amount, spacing, size, color range, and hue. If I set the color range to 0, there will be just one color, then I can set my hue as desired. I'm very happy with the look of this. I easily added a sun flare where there was none at all. Quickly, I'll jump over to Motion to show you a great way to work with these lens flare effects by pairing them with a motion tracker on your footage. I'll drop a lens flare effect on my clip and choose a preset. Next, I'll add a track behavior from the parameters menu. I'll set the Apply To parameter to the position of the lens flare, and then use my built-in tracker to track an arbitrary point in my footage. I'll leave the Transform parameter to mimic source, and then position my lens flare where I'd like it in the shot. Using a motion tracker with the lens flares gives you some added realism. You get a lot of different effects with LightPack 3. In addition to the lens flares, there are some very cool moonlight effects. Shine-O-Matic allows you to create a very dramatic shine effect on your footage, with a similar auto animation feature as with the quick flares. As a bonus, there are some lens flare transitions in the pack as well, plus some great paparazzi transitions that simulate the firing of camera flashes. LightPack 3 gives you a ton of lighting effects that are easy to use and very powerful. FxFactory offers a huge selection of great plugins, and if you don't have them yet, I suggest you go try them out at noiseindustries.com.